Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of the James Miller Coaches Show. My name is Lorenzo Robinson, the host of your show, and we are here for a very special occasion. Today is National Signing Day. I'm here live with the namesake of our show, Coach James Miller. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
Awesome, man. Great day. Great day to be an Eagle.
Absolutely. Great day to be an Eagle. So National Signing Day, of course, is the time where tons of kids' lives across the country will change forever. They will get a chance to determine their institution for the next 4 to 5 years of their lives. More specifically, it's a chance to welcome in and usher in a new generation of Reinhardt Eagles. So you ready to get going, Coach Miller?
Yes, sir. Let's start talking about these guys.
Absolutely. So just real quick, what is your favorite signing day memory? It could be your time as a player, your time as a coach. Do you have any signing day memory that you can remember in particular?
Any in particular? I know one, we gave out no highlights when I was coming out. All you did was send game tape. So that was kind of unique. And then I remember eating cake with my mom and dad in the guidance office the day I signed at Virginia Tech, which was pretty cool. So that would be a cool memory. But I don't know, every year it's special. You get to add new guys to the school, new guys to the team. Families are excited. Some of these kids, they'll be first-time college graduates or college students, which is super exciting. And, give them the ability to get an education, play some great football, and grow into a man. So it's exciting every time. Exciting to see who pans out and who's tough enough to last and make it all the way through. So that's always exciting as well. So it's every year is it just brings a new excitement to the team, a new excitement to the program, and we're definitely pumped to be here and talk about it.
So I always say that National Signing Day being such a special occasion, not just, as you said, for the program, but also these kids, some of them first-generation college students, really realizing a dream and having an opportunity to sign their name on the dotted line and say that I'm getting ready to continue not just my athletic career, but also further my education. So definitely a tremendous time. But specifically at the NAIA level, what challenges can be present when trying to recruit guys to come at this level of football?
Well, we're looking at, basically three areas. What we think you're worth football, what you get financial aid, and then academically what you're going to get from our university. And we have to create packages for everybody, which is very challenging because anybody that's on a Division II level or lower, we're all basically doing the same thing. We're creating packages for these guys, and you got to figure out who fits your program, who fits, your university from a package standpoint. So it's a double-edged sword, and you're trying to get the best football player you possibly can. You always want to try to out-recruit yourself to make your roster as competitive as possible. And we don't look anywhere but the state of Georgia. That's the only real state that we recruit. We feel like there's enough really good football players in this great state, which I think is the best for high school football in the country. We look at every high school we possibly can to find as many players as we can. I think we signed 47 guys today, possibly 48 or 49 later. But we had over, I'd say, 200 kids on campus to sign 47 guys. So you can imagine the amount of phone calls, text messages, just the amount of work it goes to from our staff to be able to make this happen. And I can't thank those guys enough. Coach Ennis, Coach Gardner, Coach McGee, Coach McLeod, Coach Alexander, our administration from Coach Burton to Madison doing the paperwork to our admissions people helping us with tours. Javen, who's our lead admissions person, she did every tour for us. She's been amazing in this process. financial aid working with us to help figure out what they're going to get academically, and then the students doing their part. You know, we don't really offer anybody till they've been accepted to Reinhardt. So they got to do the application. They got to get their transcripts sent in. It's a very tedious process, and then you think about doing that for 200 kids. That's a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, a lot of just back and forth. Again, trying to find the right fit for what we offer from a athletic, academic, social standpoint to make sure it's the right fit and as close to a one-time fit as we can. I don't want this thing to be a place where they come and say, hey, I'm going to be here for 2 years and I'm going to transfer up. Now, it does happen, but that's not what we're trying to build. We're trying to build something special. We're trying to win national championships, and we're working as hard as we can to make that happen every single day.
How delicate is that process of finding guys who can fit your football team, potentially help your football team in its quest to win a national championship next season, while also getting guys who can really further the culture that you've spent these last 10 or so years building?
Yeah, we try to just be 100% honest with the kids. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell them exactly what's going to happen when they get here. I tell them we're going to coach you harder than you've ever been coached before. I'm going to challenge you harder than you've ever been challenged before, because that was what this place has been built on when you played here, and everybody before that, from Tevin McCoy to Stanley Logue to Joe Cannon to Brandon Cheatham to Josh Chastain to the countless number of football players that come here before, was the toughness, the resiliency in those guys to find a way to make a way to win games. And we try to recruit that. We want tough guys. We want guys that are going to be mentally, physically ready for the challenge every single day. And we ask everybody from guidance counselors to teachers to coaches to parents. We don't just recruit the player, we recruit the parents. We recruit everything. We recruit guys from certain programs because we've had great success with them in the past. And some guys, you know, we take a longer look at because of some success or non-success we've had in the past. So we just try to look at every single kid we possibly can and find the right fit for what we're doing and how we want to do it. If you're big into taking pictures and all the hoopla that everybody wants to put on social media, it's probably not going to be a great fit for you. But if you're a guy that wants to get pushed and wants to play hard and wants to do things the right way and go to class and get a degree, then I think this is going to be a great fit for you. And that's what we're searching and hunting every day to try to find those guys.
So we're going to take a closer look at your signing class for
Sure.
2026. And, you know, we couldn't start it off without talking about the most important position on the field, the offensive line. A little bit of bias in that, of course. I
Sure.
was a former offensive
100%.
lineman. But definitely the most important people on the field. This season coming up, you're losing a two-time All-American in Zach Lyle, former All-Conference performers in Ben Hollers and Aaron Inman. What is the process going to be like for you trying to replenish and replace and really keep your room up to the standard that it's been?
Well, you can't talk about anything until you talk about the guys on your roster. So I feel like we have a super talented room. I feel like we got some young guys that are hungry. We return some really good football players in Justin Pinckney, who's going to be a graduate for us. That's a phenomenal football player, probably a better person than he is a player. He's coming back. He's going to be a big piece for us. Janoss Daniels is going to be a returner out of Colquitt County. He's going to be another huge piece for us. Braddock Vohan was a guy that started the playoff game, that was a freshman, that got some very meaningful reps at the end of the season. The last two games, he played a lot of meaningful football for us and played extremely high level. So he'll have an opportunity to start this spring. Jaden Calhoun, who's probably one of the more talented guys I've ever coached, will be back for his final season. Anthony Green, who started the last 7 games for us as a true freshman at center, will be back, along with other guys that are going to get opportunities. A guy named Day-Day, a guy named J.P. Katzmark out of Milton. Day-Day's out of Walnut Grove. I know Nick Howard out of Chapel Hill. Daniel Davis, right now going into spring practice, is going to be the starting left tackle, taking over for Zach. So that's going to be huge shoes to fill. Because losing a guy like Zach, it's a guy that you didn't really have to worry much about on game day or practice. Like, things I try to tell kids is Zach was the same guy every day. He was consistent. He showed up. He practiced hard. He got great grades. He busted his butt in the weight room. Like, I never thought about Zach when he wasn't on the field. Like, he was consistent in everything that he did, and he was consistent on the field because of that. So, I think we got a lot of guys returning. Cam Harris out of Hillgrove's another kid I'm excited to coach. Mike Anderson's a guy that we moved from O-line to tight end fullback. He'll be a guy that I'm excited to see play. So there's a lot of guys coming back that I think are really going to help us next fall and put us in a great spot up front. And then we added some guys that can either be depth pieces, or if they're good enough and they beat somebody out, because we're in this thing to win. So we're always going to play the best players. I don't care if you're a freshman or you're a senior. If you're the best guy, that's who's going to start. Last year we played 16 true freshmen, meaningful snaps, and we may be in that opportunity again, or we may not. It may be less freshmen. We don't know until they get here. But the guys we added in the class, I'm really excited about. I'm going to start kind of just going through some of these guys. David Ornelas is a big offensive lineman. I watched him in his playoff game against Cartersville. So I saw him play live. He came to camp over the summer. He won camp MVP. We're going to recruit guys that come to camp more than anybody because we've worked with you. We've seen you live. We've seen you in person. We know what you're like, probably better than anybody. And we're going to recruit those guys extremely hard. So he's big. He's 6'4". He's 310 pounds. He's at Kell High School state semifinalist for Coach Bobby May, who does a great job. And he can play, I feel like, all 5 positions. He played center for them, but he's big enough because he's long enough he could play guard or tackle, which makes him very intriguing. The more you can do up front, the more valuable you make yourself. I know when Zach was a freshman, when you were playing, he could play both guard spots and both tackle spots, so he was the 6th guy, and I just rotated him with everybody because he could play all 4 positions. So it made him super valuable. He was the first one off the bench at any of those positions when he was a freshman. And I feel like David has some of those same capabilities with being able to play center and then long enough to play tackle or guard. We also signed a big kid named Jeremiah Thomas at a Baldwin High School. He's probably 6'2", 342 pounds, super explosive. Loves the weight room, works out, I think, every single day. Comes from a smaller school in Baldwin, so there's going to be some speed of the game stuff we'll have to get him caught up on. There's going to be some pass pro stuff he's going to have to get caught up on. But I think the way he moved when he came on campus, he's super, super athletic for a guy that weighs 342 pounds. Like, he can move. He's a dancing bear. He's got really good feet, and I'm excited about him. I think we get some of the technique stuff cleaned up. I think he's got a chance to be special. Javante Bowen, he's a guy that we got out of Habersham Central. Really, really good GPA. I think 3.58 overall GPA. Super smart kid. He's a 2-sport athlete. He's a wrestler, along with playing offensive line. I think he's number 2 in the state right now at Habersham in wrestling. I like wrestlers. They got grip strength. They know how to use their body weight. They got good feel of when to anchor, when they can drive. He's got huge hands and long arms. And then you can ask Mike Anderson this. We work them out when they come on campus. So I have Mike hold a bag. And I told Javante, I said, look, you take a flat step and then go run through his face. I want you to hit him as hard as you can. I was like, you can't hurt him. And I'm not lying. He hit him, and he lifted him off the ground, and the first thing that hit was Mike Anderson's ass. And I was very impressed, to say the least. But I'm really excited about him. He's got a great family, great dad. Really pushed him hard, especially in all sports. And then he came highly recommended from Benji, who's the head coach at Habersham, who I've got a good relationship with. He said, Coach, this kid can play. And we watched this film and fell in love with him. But there's more guys than that. We got some more guys. Ben Wigington is a guy from Pickens High. Ben played at Pickens. His dad is a friend of mine. That's not why we recruited him. He came to camp and killed it. He was the camp MVP. He's not big. Kind of reminds me of you. He's a little bit shorter. He's about 5'7", but he's 252 pounds, and he plays extremely hard. You and Ben have very similar attributes. He's undersized. You're undersized. I think he's a overachiever. I think you're an overachiever. He's super smart in the classroom. He's a 3.71. He's a great kid. He's super strong. He squats 600 pounds in the weight room. So he's definitely stronger than you.
Oh, man.
But
we can't confirm nor deny.
No. But he's a great kid from a great program, and I think he's going to do really good things for us. Jackson Griffin from Pope High School played for a guy that me and Coach Hennis are very close to, Sean O'Sullivan. Great coach, great friend of mine. Great kid. Dad went to Reinhardt. Mom went to Reinhardt. Sister currently goes to Reinhardt.
Real Reinhardt legacy.
So he's got a lot of lineage to Reinhardt University, but he's a guy that I think is going to be a guard or a center for us. Again, physical, two-way player, played on both sides of the ball. I went and watched him live against Sequoia. I don't think he came off the field for a snap unless it was special teams. They leave him out there. He gets tired, but he finds a way to fight through it. TJ McClinic from Rome. Rome is a state semi-league finalist as well. John Reed is a tough, hard-nosed coach. He just retired, but very, very old school coach. You can't even get their highlights on the kids unless you talk to Coach Reed. You can't just pull up TJ's highlights. TJ's a big kid, though. He's 6 foot. He's 323 pounds. Can really move for a guy that's that big. He played center. He'll play center and guard for us. But that's a talented football team that went deep into the playoffs. He knows what it's like to train to be a champion in the weight room and off season. He also knows what it's like to practice hard every day, because at Rome they got after it really good. And then he's made deep playoff runs, so he knows what that's like. You know, what you got to do to really be successful on Friday nights, and then it will carry over to us as well. And then Drew Chase out of East Coweta, definitely a guy that was a depth piece for them, and super smart kid. Coach Small trained him well, does a great job with him. And he'll be coming to us as well. Another super smart guy, 3.72 GPA. We don't have many guys. We signed 47 guys, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6 out of the 47 have below a 3.0. So we put a lot of stock in their grades. It helps us from for academic money, make our money go farther. So it's something that we look at a lot.
Real message in that, too, the importance of academics to the program.
Absolutely. Like, I think it all, I tell the kids when they come on campus, like, it's a holistic approach. If you're lacking socially, if you're lacking academically, it's going to show up on the football field. And that can be all different things. If you're not handling your business in the classroom, if you're having girl problems, or it may be like Xavier Walker, who has a girlfriend now and has been he's been so much better in the classroom. He's been so much better about showing up on time since he got a girlfriend. Girlfriends aren't always a bad thing. Sometimes they're a great thing. And he's a prime example of that. Since he's had his girlfriend, who's awesome, Miss Kayla, he's been a great human being. So they're not always a bad thing. And I tell the recruits that. All that stuff's important, and all that stuff plays a role in you being successful on the football field. So, we take a big look at their grades for sure. One more thing I want to touch on is the tight ends, because they're so closely related to us. Pierce Wood, I think has a chance to be a really good football player for us. He's 6'3", he's 232 pounds. Played for Coach Deshaun at Hillgrove. Great family, 2 great parents that care a lot about him. Great grades. He came and worked out. He came to camp. I think you see a theme here. A lot of camp guys. If you come to camp and you bust your butt and you do a great job in our camp, we are going to recruit the crap out of you. Because I would rather have a guy that came to camp than a guy that doesn't. And we put a lot of stock in the guys that come to camp and perform and do a great job for us. And he was one of those guys. Coach Armstrong fell in love with him when he came to camp. When he came and worked out, he's got a fast hat. He's got long arms. He's twitchy off the ball. And then he can catch, and he's athletic. He reminds me, he's probably a little bit more athletic than Austin, not quite as tall, and I'm not sure. Austin's super physical. I don't know if he's quite there physical yet because I haven't seen him hit any of our guys, which is different, as you know. It's different what you see on high school tape compared to what they do when they get out there against our guys.
Absolutely.
But I'm really, really excited about him. I think he's got a chance to be a very special football player. And then Carter Clay, local product, out of Woodstock. The Wolverines.
Right up the road.
Right up the road. Used to be Jake Brock's stomping ground, former player. He's now moved on to Camden County. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yes.
He's the O-line coach at Camden County now. But Carter Clay is a guy that played O-line and D-line for them that we think he's athletic enough to be a fullback for us. So we're going to transition him to that fullback position where he's going to be kind of that guy that kicks out and takes names for us on the power and counter and other things. Really excited about him, though. We always want to recruit locally as hard as we can. It's tough keeping those kids sometimes because, kids normally want to get away to go to school. But we really like the kids that want to stay home and want to play for the Eagles, the hometown team. So those are the guys up front, man. I'm really excited about them, really excited about what we added as a whole. I think we hit on just about every position. And just excited to get this thing rolling and get to next fall. It's a long process. It's a long wait. These kids got to go to work now, which is hard because they got to find a way to get their butts in the weight room. They got to find a way to get after it now. Don't wait till the summer. Like, now's the time. Now's when you can make makeup ground. I tell them all the time, the guys that play for us as true freshmen are guys that aren't bending over, guys that come in the best shape of their life. And I think all these kids can put themselves in that position for sure.
And I'll just speak from a little bit of experience. That was probably the worst thing for me coming in, making that transition. After February, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. So listen.
I didn't
listen
do anything.
to them.
Any of the kids who are signing, make sure that you continue to work out. Try to work out with your team, work out on your own, run, do whatever you need to do. Give yourself the best chance. As soon as I came on campus that July, I knew I made a mistake. So give yourself the best possible chance to be successful by continuing to improve your body every single day. But
Awesome.
Making that transition from high school to college, what would you say is the most difficult thing for these student athletes that awaits them?
Man, it could be anything. It could be leaving home. It could be developing relationships with your new team. It could be it's getting into a new locker room with new players, I think is always a little difficult, always a little intimidating. There's guys you don't know. There's grown adults in there. I mean, we've got guys that are 24, 25 years old on our roster. Like, that's a grown-up. And you're getting ready to be – some of these guys are either going to be 17 or 18 years old going against a 24-year-old, a grown dude. So I think that's always a little difficult for them. There's always that dynamic, how do I fit in? Who do I fit in with? We try to do things to ease that process, big brothers, make them eat with different position groups, because you never know who you're going to have a connection with until you talk to somebody, until you figure out, oh, man, like, your parents are divorced, my parents are divorced too. Like, that's something we can connect on. So it's always interesting to me to see where those connections happen. Obviously, you're going to have a connection with your position group because you're around them all the time, which is most of the time what ends up happening. But then you'll have guys that are outside your position group that you become best friends with. I always tell kids, and this is just me personally, like I got a group chat of 20 to 25 guys I played with. We go on a summer vacation trip every year. Like, the guys you meet in college, in my opinion, are going to be your best friends of your life. Like, the guys that you talk to the most. I probably talked to 2 guys from high school. I talked to 20 guys from college. But that's because we went through really hard stuff together, and we lasted together. And I think it's the same thing now. Like, the kids that last and make it the 4 years, like, there's a strong bond between those guys. I think of Tevin McCoy and Soup and Juice and Calvin, all those guys that came when Tevin got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, you're talking about, shoot, he got done. It's almost been 10 years, and those guys are best friends still to this day. And it's cool, the bond you create. So it's just figuring that part of it out for sure.
Yep, so we're going to take this moment to take a quick break. Keep it locked in here. This is the signing day special of the James Miller Coaches Show.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Kraus Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's all led to this.
Man, I got this
It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends.
Hey, we got brother on 3. What's the 3?
This is our
Quarterback
time.
Chase Rice running on the right side. Rice at the 30, 20. He is gone, folks. That is a touchdown. First touch of the game. He's going to get down. And it's intercepted. That's number 2, Markel Sutton. And he's going to score a touchdown. Reinhardt Eagles. Fake handoff. Taylor Jackson dropping back. He's going to throw it, and the ball will be caught. That's number 81, Cedric Colors, the senior. The handoff goes to Walker. Walker up the middle, and he walks in for a score. Touchdown. Alex Hansen ready to send this one away for the Eagles. Going to get brought down. 22 Nolan. He's pressured and sacked. Brought down number 97. Jackson over in the backfield. Jackson's going to drop that pass, throwing it to Bradley. Bradley's going to score. Touchdown, Reinhardt. Grabowski's going to take it on the quarterback keeper, but he's going to get brought down. Number 1, Emmanuel Olsen rolling right, throwing right. He will be able to find number 82. Taylor Jackson's going to take it for himself and for the touchdown.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the James Miller Coaches Show, our signing day special. Again, your host, Lorenzo Robinson. I'm here with a very special guest for the first time on the show, the defensive line coach, Coach Alexander. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining me. So I started this off with Coach Miller, so I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite signing day memory? It could be your time as a coach, your time as a player. What's a memory that you have from signing day?
Oh, my favorite signing day as a coach is basically all coaches around the world hope all their kids come or sign with them that day. I was fortunate this signing day with all my kids did sign, so that was pretty good out of all my 9 years. So
Absolutely.
I didn't lose into anybody, so that's good.
That's a blessing.
I get to keep my job.
So I would say, out of all the position groups from watching last season, the defensive line group, I would say, was the one that was the most improved just over the course of the year from August to November. What really went into that improvement, not just from August to November, but from last season to this season?
Just guys buying in a little bit more, switching some guys out, taking some plays away from some guys that can be fresh. Like Emmanuel Light and Deuce, they played big roles for us. D-Mac, Scrap, Nathaniel, they really brought in that older guy. I brought Scrap in one day and I told him, man, you got to act like an older guy now. You're not a freshman or a sophomore anymore. And when that turned around, we started to do some great things. Team started to be a little scared of us. And then also it was about confidence with them guys. I don't think they really had confidence in the beginning because we did have a little rough patch in the beginning of the season, then we turned it around. And if you see those guys play from the first 3 games to the last 6 or 7, it was different. So that's what I say.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're bringing a lot of talent back, but you're losing your 2 all-conference bookends on the edge, Emmanuel Olight and Deuce Deloney. What is sort of the plan when it comes to who you have coming back and who you're bringing in to replace those guys?
I would say Deuce is coming back, but not as a player, as coaching role, which is always good for me. I had Deuce the last 2 or 3 years, so everything I have taught Deuce, he brings it back to my group that's in there now. So it's like he's a player, but he's not a player. He keeps those guys straight where they need to be and things like that. The guys that's coming back, I really want to talk about is Cummings. He played a lot as a freshman for us last year. He held it down in the middle for us. He really grew up last year. He became a sophomore in his freshman year, if that makes sense. He grew up a lot the last 7 games, had some big-time football games for us. Also Rivers, he's becoming an older guy. He's setting the tone in his room. These guys are putting in great work in the offseason. Their body's changing. I think when I got here, they didn't know how hard defensive line really, really was. So I'm like Coach Miller, is just the hardest, O-line. And to be in the trenches, not too many people can play there. A lot of people want to be the oohs and ahs guy. The oohs and ahs guys catch touchdowns and catch picks. Those guys' names don't really get called in a newspaper. So I tell my group all the time, I show more love to the inside guys to the DNs. Those guys get double teamed every play. They don't complain. They just play so those guys on the outside can make plays for them. The next guy is Darius Jordan. Darius Jordan he overcame a couple injuries. From last year, he played a little bit, but this year I think he's going to play a lot for us. He's going to drop in coverage. Great pass rusher. So we looking for big things out of him.
Most definitely, most definitely. So looking at your signing day class for 2026, who excites you the most? Who are some guys that you're really looking forward to seeing play this fall?
My guy, Max Lassiter from Heard County. That guy is different. I don't even know how we said all the time in the office, I don't know how we got him here. But that guy's going to be different. From Isaiah Redmond, he's a game changer. He got elite pass rushing type skills. I'm just excited for those guys to get here. Even the guys that's like Gene Martin, he came to camp with us. We call him Pork Chop. Coach Miller gave him a name.
I don't even want to ask why y'all call it Pork Chop.
It's a great story. We ain't got time, but it's a great story. Kids like that, man, just coming in. Like I heard Coach Miller say something about camp. Like camp is really like practice. So if we get a kid at camp and he gets through that and not quit on us, he's really high on our board. Because if he can make it to Coach Miller camp, he's a tough kid. So it's not everybody, but those are guys that come to my mind that we really high on right now. Also, I talk a little bit about a mid-year guy. He's coming in. He's going to play a big part of his Ty Holiday. He's coming from big-time football. He's going to hold it down in the middle for us, too. He's a really big addition for us. Also, Dante Philly, he overcame some little grade things, and he got back eligible. So we're gonna see him. His first debut next year.
So, what would you say is the goal? What's the next step for your group coming up next season?
To be elite. I think we put in the time last year. Just build off the last part of the season last year. the bill now. It's time to be elite now. It's time to make people fear you when they walk in your home and try to play you, or when you get off the bus and they're like, man, we got a long day with these guys. That's what I want. Like I want guys to fear us. Like Ryan Hart is not Ryan Hart. You know what I mean? We're trying to go back to Ryan Hart 2017. National championship. That's what we break it down on. And that's not just them. That's me too. Like every day I'm gonna bring it. Every day my boss turn red, I probably turn red too, because he's an O-line coach and I'm a D-line guy. So we go at it every practice. We probably talk a little crap to each other too. But it's no hard feelings. Just trying to show our guys we can compete.
Absolutely, and I'll just say it was nice to see that defensive line really bring the standard back to what the defensive line group has been here. So that was nice to see.
I would say those guys, man, I love those guys, man. I just do. They do everything I ask them to do. Even if they can't do it, they just try. And I tell them every day, if you just keep trying, it's going to happen one day. You know what I mean? Rolling one building in a day, you can't knock down a big wall in one day, unless you got a crane or something. But,
Coach, thank you so much.
Hey, man, appreciate for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir. That was Coach Alexander, the defensive line coach. Now we'll have an opportunity to talk to the defensive back coach and recruiting coordinator, Coach Keon McGee. We're going to give Coach McGee a chance to get himself together. This is a live operation, so we're summoning Keon from the back shadows, and now he emerges. We'll allow him to.
What's up, man?
Coach McGee, how you doing, sir?
Good, man. We back at it.
Coach McGee, you were an All-American as a player coming off of your first season as a defensive back coach. And speaking of sort of these improvements that have been made specifically along the defensive side of the ball, having that defensive backfield really take another step. How did that feel for you to see that last season?
It was great, man. With us being really young, going through all those growing pains, it was kind of good for us to kind of figure it out at the end. With us being so young, those ups and downs, it's hard to not stay down. You feel me? So towards the end, we started staying more even keeled, not getting too high, not getting too low, and that made us play a lot more confident, made us play a lot more better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So signing day memories. What is your favorite signing day memory? I mean, you were blessed enough to really have two signing days, sort of. What's your favorite signing day memory?
There's nothing really crazy, just being able to sign. Just being grateful. I was in there with all my friends and family. I was with my best friend at the time. He was going to Montana Tech, another NAIA program. But we were in there kind of having all my teammates from both sports, having really, going to a small private school. We basically had a whole campus in there, so it was pretty good memory. I'm forever grateful for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So switching gears to what you have coming back in 2026, what you're losing in 2026 from 2025. You're losing your captain, Markel Sutton, losing a few all-conference performers in Braylon Jones, Carter Hicks, Brighton Peters. What's the message to the guys coming back as well as the guys that you're bringing in to really replace the production that you lost?
Really just pushing them. Nothing, you haven't achieved nothing, really. All about humbleness, all about hungriness. All these guys that's still here haven't made an all-conference team, a couple of them only started all year. So hungriness, attention to detail, just attacking, really. I want us to be very physical going into next year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So who are you most excited about bringing in for this signing class this season?
I would say our transfer, Mikael Grissom. He's already come in, been a big part in the weight room, probably the strongest in the room right now already.
Oh, man.
And he's very versatile. I feel like he can play multiple positions in the secondary. That's all. And that's a big thing I want us to be next year, very versatile, not just you're a corner, you're a safety. I want us to be like Swiss Army knives. We can plug and play them anywhere because you never know what's going to happen over the course of a season, who's going to go down, whatever. So I want everybody to be prepared to go in at whatever spot we need them at.
And that was something that Coach Miller really spoke about earlier, having guys who are versatile, because it just adds value, right?
Yes.
It allows you to be able to fill in different roles, especially as a depth piece. It just gives you a chance to get on the field as fast as possible.
Exactly.
So coming up this season, you have the guys that you feel like can contribute immediately. You have your returning players as well. Who's someone that may not see it all come together in 26, but will potentially become a valuable piece to the Reinhardt defense?
I think our young guys that played last year, Jamari Benjamin, Jamari Major, and a sleeper, he didn't really play last year. He's kind of a red shirt. If he keeps it up, how he's been working, and just stays out his own way, I think Keaton Taylor will be a big part of us going forward in the next year as well. I feel like Jamari Benjamin, kind of a rotational guy, rotating with Markel last year. I feel like this is his time to step up and actually take the role by his reins, be the starting safety. And then Major, he's got to be the man now. With Braylon gone, we're calling on him to be the man, free safety to make all the checks, all the calls, challenging him to be more vocal, more physical, just be more of a leader in that back end. And then also, Keaton Taylor, like I said, feel like he's got a lot of growth. Feel like he's a long corner that we need. He just has to grow and be mature, kind of understand what we're doing as a whole. But I feel like he's coming with the right mentality this semester, starting the off-season workouts, and I feel like carry that over into the summer and then into the season. I think he'll be a big part, big help for us as well. And then also, Kish Wright, like the Steely veteran now. Like, he moved over 2 years ago as a corner, but now he's the vet now. He's the old guy. So I'm interested to see how he's going to go into that role. I feel like he's been doing a great part of it towards the end of the year last year, but now there's nobody else anymore. They got to look to him. He's the old man now.
So what is the message to your room going into the 2026 season?
Competition, competing, finishing. I feel like that's a standard, that's a must in a room as far as off the field and on the field, competing in the classroom, competing in whatever, on the field, finishing plays, competing between your position. I wanted to be highly competitive each and every day. Nobody's comfortable. Nobody's set in stone. I feel like I want it to be what it is on game day, every day.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
A pleasure. Thank you for joining me. So we're going to take a quick break. Next, we're going to have the coordinators come up, Coach Barry Gardner, Coach Hennis. This is the James Miller Coaches Show.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Kraus Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's all led to this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends.
Hey, we got brother on three. 1, 2, 3.
This is our
Quarterback
time.
Chase Rice running on the right side. Rice at the 30, 20. He is gone, folks. That is a touchdown. First touch of the game. He's going to get brought down. And it's intercepted. That's number 2, Markel Sutton. And he's going to score a touchdown. Reinhardt Eagles. Fake handoff. Taylor Jackson dropping back. He's going to throw it, and the ball will be caught. That's number 81, Cedric Colors, the senior. The handoff goes to Walker. Walker up the middle, and he walks in for a score. Touchdown. Alex Henson ready to send this one away for the Eagles. He's going to get brought down. 22 Nolan Marshall and sacked down by number 97. Jackson is over in the backfield. Jackson's going to drop that pass, throwing it to Brantley. Brantley's going to score. Touchdown, Reinhardt. Grabowski's going to take it on the quarterback Kiefer. He's going to get brought down. Number 1, Emmanuel Olsen rolling right, throwing right. He will be able to find number 82. Taylor Jackson's going to take it for himself and for the touchdown. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this special signing day edition of the James Miller Coaches Show. Lorenzo Robinson here. I'm sitting with the defensive coordinator of the Reinhardt football team, Coach Barry Gardner. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
Too much fun.
Always having
Always
fun.
exciting.
Every time I see you, you just have a great smile on your face. You just never seem like you have a bad day.
Might as well get after it. Why not?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what is your favorite signing day memory? I've started off with all the coaches who have come on. What is a memory that you have on this very special occasion?
Well, I think it's a combination of the parents getting so excited with the kids. You know, I come from that aspect of it. I've always get excited for the parents that, you know, kind of living through their kids and they fulfill their dream, and that's always fun to see how happy they get when they sign. So to me, that's always my takeaway, is them being so excited all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So coming off of the 2024 season and transitioning into 2025, it seemed like there was a real sort of emphasis on getting the defense in a position where everyone was comfortable with where they were, getting things back on track, so to speak. How do you feel about the way that your defense performed last season in your first year in that role?
Early on it was a little tough, new transition, but the last 5 games really picked up. We ended the season only giving up 20.3 points a game, so not great, but not terrible. Tackled a lot better towards the end of the year, and got after the quarterback a lot more.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
ended the season well.
Yes, sir. So you're going to bring back your 2 linebackers in the middle, Kamari Poindexter, Julian Stevenson. They're coming back with a ton of experience. Also, Jacorian Greer, another linebacker who played a ton for you. How important is it for you to have that level of experience at that mid-level of your defense?
And not only are they good, they're leaders. So that's the thing. You always want linebackers to be leaders because they're kind of in between the D-line and the DBs. They're the ones who usually communicate everything. So having 3 that's done it before, even Greer started 3 games last year, but he also played, 30, 40 plays every game last year. So we have 3 basically starters for 2 positions. So that's always good. And then the young guys on the team, they got some playing time, super athletic. Cooper Negron is very smart, picked up on defense very fast. He's going to have a great career ahead of him. And Chris Reed also, he's a thumper. He's an old school thumper from Coffee County, and he can play.
Coffee County, too. That's South Georgia. That's some different football down
he
there
will
in
hit
South
you.
Georgia.
Yes.
So what is your goal for the recruiting class that you're bringing in for 26?
Well, you always want to supplement with what you already have already. And it worked out well because we got some other linebackers coming in that might not be ready yet, a couple of them, but they have a lot of talent. So having 5 guys back to play football at college already, you can kind of go slow in the teaching part of it because they already are very talented. So we just got to get them on the right page as far as, rules, run fit, stuff like that. And then DB-wise, some more opportunities, to play early on. And then D-line, we really focus on the defensive ends this year because our interior guys is the opposite of last year. Last year we need a lot of young guys to play inside. This year we have plenty inside. We need more ends to help us out early on coming up. So I think we did pretty good.
So who are some guys that you're excited about who maybe can help contribute for you coming up this fall, but will really be stalwarts for the Reinhardt defense for years to come?
Well, Taylon Sampson from Northeast is a tackle machine. He had over 400 tackles in high school. He is legitimately D-to-D gap, and he can run. And the best thing about him is he can play Mike and Will, which is hard to find. Juice Stevens can do that too, but not many of our kids can do both. Cortez from 2 years ago could do the same thing. So the thing about Sampson is not only can he play Will, but he can also play Mike. So it helps you basically get the best players on the field in a hurry. But he has a super bright future. Jameer Harris is the old school Mike, kind of like Chris Reed, not quite as big yet, but same thing. He runs the ball well. Cameron Farrar is a very smart kid. He is definitely a player. He finds the ball, tracks the ball well. Great footwork. Got to get in the weight room a little bit and get a little bit stronger. Okay, but those 3 right there for sure can all play, and I like them a lot. Defensive line-wise, Max Laster's motor is awesome. Motor Max. He is good at running to the football. His dad's a coach, So I think that helps too. He's also pretty smart. What's going on? And then DB-wise, we got several that can play. But the big thing I'm excited about is at most positions except for DN, all of them come in and learn. Don't have to go right now to start. Now, obviously, this is last year. Like Jamari Benjamin, Jamari Major. They didn't start early on in the season, but as the season went on, they got comfortable and started playing more. So hopefully that's the rest of what most of our kids can do, except for N. We're going to have some kids step up at N for us, and I'm excited about it.
So what is the message for your defense going into the 2026 season?
Well, we're not done yet. We're just getting started. Like I said, we gave up 20.3 on defense, as you know, and that's good, but that's not elite. We need to get to 17, so we got to find 3 more points off that. And the biggest things is third downs. We got to keep teams in third and long. Earlier in the season, we had a lot of 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, and it's kind of hard to get in your bag when it's 3rd and 3 because they can do anything. And especially if they're past the 50, they can go for it on 4th down. So they can literally have all the plays at their disposal. But the later in the season, the last basically 6 games, it was a lot of 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 9. And obviously more than that's awesome. But 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, defense usually wins. So that's what our focus is. We got to stop the run on early downs and do what we do best to get after the quarterback. I mean, that's why we were successful the last 6 games on defense is because we was able to get after the quarterback because we stopped people on 1st down.
Yes, sir. Coach, thank you so much for joining me.
Sir, thank you.
Defensive coordinator Barry Gardner. Now we're going to have an opportunity to talk to the offensive coordinator of the Reinhardt football team. Give him a chance to get himself together. Again, a live operation, so guys get summoned, and we see Coach Hennessy. He's still working, and we're going to give him a chance to get himself right. And National Signing Day, of course, a very, very special time, not just for the players, but for the coaches as well. They're getting calls. They're getting surprised. Some guys saying, hey, I'm coming, coach, and you just can hear the screams come from the coaches' offices whenever they get a surprise commit. So it's always fun for everyone. Now we have a chance to speak with our offensive coordinator, Coach Tyler Hennis. How you doing, sir?
Great. Loving it.
Absolutely, Coach, absolutely. You were the guy at the helm of an offense that was one of the more potent rushing offenses in the entire country. When it comes from a total offensive perspective, top 15 in total yards per game. What really went into the offensive improvement that we saw from 24 to 25?
I would say that we really kind of embraced the physicality of what Coach Miller wants to embody here, and we kind of just dove right into it and embraced it, and it worked out in a good way. We had a really good job at the point of line of scrimmage, or the point of attack with the O-line, the tight ends, and we had a 1-2 punch at running back. And then we allowed other guys to run the ball. Well, Ty McKee, Ethan Rice, even as unathletic as Taylor was, he ran hard. But we could win the line of scrimmage. We were always the more physical team, when we stepped on the field, and we embraced that, and we were able to run with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this season sort of represents a changing of the guard for you and your staff and your team. You spent your 3 years as the offensive coordinator having some consistency in the backfield, having Taylor Jackson at quarterback and having Ja Colbert at running back. This will be the first year since you've been here without having those guys. How will that adjustment be for you going into 26?
Oh, it'll be fun for sure. I've had a couple different experiences with a lot of change. I think our top 5 ball carriers are all gone. From Ja to Jamarian to Taylor to Ethan to Ty McKee, all those guys are gone. A lot of yards are going to be gone. But, some places I've had that happen, you get a little nervous because it's the safeness of having those guys back. But, the excitement is how hungry some of those other guys are going to be. Harlem Diamond's going to be hungry. Jaden Ponder's going to be hungry. Amir Williams, Isaiah Payton. A lot of those freshman receivers are going to be hungry. I know the quarterback room, Bohannon, he wants more touches. Steph Craig's played here. He wants to be able to be the guy. That hungerness that they're going to come out in spring ball is going to be unlike what we've had in the last 3 years. So that's exciting. As much of a question mark and uncertainty that there's going to be, I think it's just going to be even better. And yeah, that's tough for a coach because you like to have you kind of know what you're going to get, and we don't know that. But I feel confident that we've recruited here well, and those guys are going to be ready to do what we want.
So when you have so many successful pieces of your offense leaving, graduation, doing that sort of thing, when it comes to recruiting, what is the emphasis? Is it more on trying to get guys that can contribute right away, or are you still just trying to flesh out your depth pieces and really build out your offense?
We're still going to try to hit numbers. We're going to try to hit certain positions that we use a lot, and we're going to scatter them across. We're never not going to take a receiver or a tight end. We're gonna lay a blanket out, and we're going to get enough at all those positions to have depth. But we're going to look for guys that are going to be tough, physical, disciplined, and love to play football. Like, I don't care if that means we're going to sign 12 linemen and 1 running back. That's fine. But those are the types of kids that we're going to get, and then we'll find a way to put them in the offense, however that goes. So you don't need to be 220 pounds to play running back. We've shown that with Ja. You don't have to just be able to throw the ball 80 yards to play quarterback. We'll find a way to use you. We just need guys that love football and are tough. That's all it takes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So who are you most excited about for your signing class coming up in 26?
I'm going to be the real offensive coordinator. Sean Williams is a receiver that I've known for a while, and he's a little bit different of a receiver than we've had here since I've been recruiting here. And he's a big individual. He came to camp. We've had a lot of opportunities to recruit a lot of big receivers, but none that move like him. Now, he's promising me he's working on his free throws because he plays basketball. But he's one I'm intrigued to see how well he develops. I've had some tall receivers, but they're usually skinny. He's 6'4", 205 pounds when he came to his visit. So I'm really excited about him. I know I could easily dive into some of the O-linemen and tight ends and the running backs because I know Coach Miller probably already did. And then the other kid that, Sean Van Diver, the quarterback, I've known him going into his junior year. He was at our camp, and we gave him camp MVP, and I thought he was going to be a senior. And he was just going into his junior year, and he's out of Burke County, and they ran wing T stuff, and they didn't like drop back pass spread offense. But he's a winner. He's athletic. We've had a lot of success with some of his teammates, and those two guys, I'm excited to see how they kind of develop.
Yes, sir. So what is the message to your offense going into the 2026 season?
I think we're just trying to find that 1% opportunity to get better every day, and whatever that is. I think we had a really good season, and we did a lot of great things. And I know we fell short in that first round. We got to find a way to get 1% better every day to overcome those 2 points. And it wasn't just like a field goal or it was a couple different things. It was a 2-point conversions. It was the field goal and just some things here and there. But I think we feel good about where we're at and the type of people we're bringing in the building. But offensively, we need to find a way to everybody, from me to the players. We got to find just that 1% every day to get better. It can't not be a day that we don't get better.
Yes, sir. Coach, thank you so much.
Oh, Zoe, always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir. That is the Reinhardt offensive coordinator, Tyler Hennis. And we're going to have one more time head coach James Miller of the Reinhardt football team to get ready to get himself together. And the guys, even when it seems like it's almost over, those guys are still working, still bringing in commits, still recruiting. So I'm going to have Coach Miller get himself right.
Never stops.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Coach Miller, just real quick, what is your message to the Reinhardt football team in 2026?
We got to be hungry. I think we're going to be young. We are. We're going to be young, a lot of new starters, a lot of new faces. But with goes that comes challenge, and I'm always excited about a challenge, and this is a new challenge. I think we're talented, but I think, we're going to be extremely young. But our kids need to be hungry, and they don't think they need to arrive. We got to show up every day. We got to be ready to fight in everything that we do. And I'm excited to see where this team can go. We got some new faces, some guys that I think can help us that are here already this spring. But we got guys that have done things on film, have proven some things on film, and now they're going to get their opportunity to really lay their name on Reinhardt University in the program. Like just a couple examples would be Darius Jordan. I think a guy that played some last year, but he's going to be a starter, and he needs to act like a starter. Isaiah Payton, a running back from Woodstock, he's going to have a great opportunity to come in and really play significant reps next year. Braddock Vohan, young guys like that. Anthony Green continue to build on what he did last year. Don't think you've arrived. Come earn what you want every day. Come hungry. Come excited about what you got to do. Buy into all the stuff it takes. Everybody wants to say the process, all the coaching cliches, all that stuff. You got to buy into lifting weights. You got to buy into running. You got to buy into freaking being in great shape. You got to buy into being a great teammate, being a great person, doing what's best for the team at all times. Put the team first before you do anything. You can buy into those things, you got a chance to be successful. So, but I'm excited to coach these guys. I'm excited to start another challenge. That's what I look as a season, man. It's another challenge, and this is the hard part. Is now all the way till August is a really tough part, preparing these guys for what's getting ready to take place in August. So. It's a long road. You've been through it 4 times, so off seasons.
Nothing like it.
I tell them all the time. I told them yesterday because I got kind of pissed off at them yesterday. I thought we'd been training really well till yesterday, and I said, you guys came here and I told you this is going to be tough, and I'm going to make this off season the toughest you've ever been through. So we try to do that every single day, and to get them to understand what it takes to be a champion, to win games. Winning's hard. It's really hard. And I don't care what level you're on. I don't care what you do. If it's business, football, basketball, baseball, whatever, it's hard. And you got to earn the right to win every single day. Nothing's guaranteed. So.
Yes, sir. So my favorite segment of the show was always the James Miller Word of the Week. Being that this is a special edition of the James Miller Coaches Show, we're going to switch gears on it a little bit. James Miller, Word of the Offseason. This is where Coach Miller gets an opportunity to set the tone with the entire fan base, the coaching staff, his team, everyone who is affiliated with the Reinhardt football program. So, Coach Miller, what is your word of the offseason?
I don't know if it's really a word as much as it is like a saying. It's
we'll throw hyphens in there
sure.
if need be.
They got to earn the right to wear that uniform.
I don't know how many hyphens that is.
That's a lot.
We'll figure it out.
But they got to earn the right to wear that uniform. They got to earn the right to have Reinhardt across their chests. We got a lot of young guys, and they got to earn the right to play here. It's not just something that I take lightly. I don't want to be the most intense guy in our program, and sometimes I feel like I am. I want our players to be the most intense, and they got to earn the right to step into Zach Lyle's shoes. They got to earn the right to step into your shoes, to step into Tevin McCoy's shoes, to step into Taylor Jackson's shoes. Taylor Jackson was as much as maybe some people think me and him didn't get along, I got so much respect for that kid. Just the way he played his senior year, he completely bought into what we were doing and how we were doing it. He was running the ball, like Coach Hennis said, extremely, extremely physical. He was going to do whatever we had to do to try to win. And he's a big example of what Reinhardt's all about, just buying into what we're doing and how we're doing it and finding ways to be successful. And he did that. So somebody's got to earn the right to wear his jersey to represent him and the rest of you guys that played before him. So that's what these young kids have to understand. So that's what we're going to try to make them do.
Yes, sir. Coach.
Appreciate it, brother. Don't shake it too hard. Still bad wheel right there. Fred punched me, so
Oh, man.
I had to get surgery.
That's Coach James Miller, the namesake of our show. I'm Lorenzo Robinson. Thank you all for joining us for this special edition of the James Miller Coaches Show, and we will see you all next time.
All right, BG.